Hi everyone, we are the To Utopia team, and actually just some of the team, because it's the summertime now. Everybody needs a little bit of rest after a difficult year, but we will try to give you a quick introduction and also introduce you the others from their recorded videos. But I'm Fehime, the game designer and developer of the project.
I'm Annika. I'm I'm normally stage and costume designer. In this project, my job was a bit different, but maybe we come to this point later again. Yeah, it's very nice for us to be here, to be able to do this presentation in front of all of you at the EMA's festival. As Femi already mentioned, not all the others of the team could be here, but they are thinking about us now doing it here. And we have these statements Femi mentioned. They are really of the beginning of the project because we already started in 2019. So this means it's really saying something about the basic idea what the project was about. So we show you this now.
The Map of Utopia is a common project from a German independent theatre company called Fringe Ensemble and from Theater platform from Istanbul. We designed this project, this concept, but to think about utopian way of urban life.
To Utopia, geleceğin şehri üzerine düşünmek için bir imkan arayışı ve bunu da tiyatronun olanaklarıyla teknolojinin olanaklarını birlikte tartışarak aslında üretmeyi hedefliyor.
Yes, I am Okan. Hello everyone. I am one of the performer of To Utopia.
Okan is actually more than a performer only because in this interactive form he's also the moderator and the mentor of the participants. We will come to the details later in which form we are actually communicating with the participants. But to be able to do that, so let me do a quick definition of the project. Yeah, To Utopia is a project where you can say it's an immersive theater genre, also a gamified theater, we generally prefer to say. But in the technical terminology, it is a live action role play game merged with the theater performance.
Yeryüzünün sevgili insanları, bugün size farklı bir evrenin kapılarını açmak için buradayım. Bu evreni bir semt sakini ya da bir şehir tasarımcısı olarak dahil olacaksınız.
Merhaba, ben Mimoza.
Ganyan bayi işletiyorum şehirde.
23 yaşındayım, oyunculuk mezunuyum.
Bu şehre aslında ben üniversite okumak için geldim.
İlkemde bir savaştan kaçıp buraya geldim. 2 senedir bu semtte oturuyorum.
Evet. Ön yargıları keskin bir toplum, bireyler arasında tuğlası korku olan duvarlar örerse, bu duvardan ötesini görebilmenin yolu nedir?
Zaten mahallemizde oturuyorlar. Arzu ediyorlarsa ben salonumda buyursunlar, gelsinler çocuklar. Ben onlara çay kahve de ikram edeyim.
Bu kundaklama olduğu düşünülen yangınlarla ilgili kendisi bir şey söylemek istememiş. Şimdi buradayken ben mesela onu dinlemek isterim.
Uygulamanızın ikinci şifre bölümüne Utopia yazın ve karşınıza çıkan AR'ı tıklayın. Şimdi arkanıza yaslanın ve daha önce benzerine rastlamadığınız bir deneyimin önünüzde açacağı yolu takip edin. Şu an itibariyle hepiniz To Utopia'nın dünyasına hoş geldiniz.
We created multiple different forms actually, and in the very early first phase, we created a treasure hunt game in one of the neighbors in Istanbul, one of the neighborhoods of Istanbul in Yeldeirmeni.
But also you can tell a little bit more, because I was also there when you did the first phase in Yeldeirmeni, as you said, in the real place, like a treasure hunting game, and it was a very interesting experience actually. And I knew this neighborhood, of course, because it's in the center of the city. It's on the Asian side of Istanbul, but I think there was something. I mean, there was some qualities or some specialties of this neighborhood. Why you choose this neighborhood actually? Because I mean the change, and also how newcomers and old neighbors are living in this, and it was very interesting. Can you maybe a little bit tell us also why you chose? I mean, the project chose first Yeldeirmeni, and
Sure.
how it did work. I think it will be interesting also to understand then Map to Utopia in the other form that we will talk about.
Totally. This was kind of the core also for the next phases. Yeldeirmeni was more like a model for us, because it was holding all the diversity that we want to reflect of an urban city. Yeldeirmeni as a small area, as a small district, has it all. It's like a small model of a big urban city. So that's why we chose it. It's an very old residency area. So it has different religions in it, like people from different ethnic backgrounds, from also different ages, and
different social classes also, I think, more and more.
Economic classes, exactly. So in that sense, it was an important model for us. We have actually small video from that experience. Maybe I can quickly show it.
Kağıdında üçgen olanlar Bilge'nin yanına gelebilir mi?
Stay together. The group stay together because you could separate. Stay together.
Evet.
Arabayı bul. Bize nesneni aldığını söyledi burada. Yani bunu herkes bulabilir.
Ama bizim gideceğimiz yer burada.
Öyle mi?
Sıkıntı orada.
O adam da gelmiş Nerce'ye demiş ki yani siz nerede olsa yaşarsınız, benim ailem var, siz gidin demiş. Ben yaşayayım burada demiş. Onlar da gitmişler, bu evi bu adama bırakmışlar. Bu adam eşya taşımaya devam etmiş. Ve insanlar eşya dağıtıyormuş parasız. Ve tek koşulu sana verdiğim eşyayı sen de başka birine ver, benim birim değil.
Neyi buldunuz mu?
Birlikte onlar ev.
Kartlarınıza göre işaretle gelmenizi
No, don't do that now. Don't do that.
Önümüzdeki kağıtları çevirmeyin şimdilik.
So this Yeldeirmeni experience was very valuable for us. So we had the chance to do this research on bringing people together and creating a common space for people to share the experience together and create a common space, a public space as a first step. So this was a good beginning for us to create a communication and exchange. And with this, as a next step, we wanted to also give an opportunity to participants to have a direct effect, have an input on the project, so have a voice in the experience. So with that, we come to a more a role play form, a role play experience, and we keep this map to Utopia universe, create different districts with all these the considerations of the representation of different classes, different groups, and let them decide about their area, their space, and have a voice on that. So with these considerations, before Corona, of course, we were again thinking to have an experience in the physical space, but we had to switch it to the virtual space, and Zoom came at this point. It was already a part of the plan that we're going to have a mobile app for the participants, that they can follow their character, their role play character with this app. It is more like a helper, actually. So everyone is logging in. We created, okay, this is a bit messy. So in the experience, the easiest way of explaining Map to Utopia is actually talking about the numbers, I guess. So Map to Utopia is a universe that we created, including 4 districts, red, green, yellow, and blue, and 1 city square, we call it Agora, where everybody's coming together, and 30 one-to-one meeting points where we create a topic, a discussion topic for people to come together one-to-one to discuss alone. And then we have 1 moderator for mentors. Okan is one of them. And we play this game with 40 participants. So we have 40 characters for each, created by us, fictional characters inspired from our from the real data from the cities. And 20 of these 40 characters are the city developers, and the other 20 of them are the district residents. So we expect from city developers to listen district residents and listen the problems, the discussion topics of the district, and come up with a solution for suggestion. And yeah, from the residents to take active part about the space they live. And we have 4 newspapers where the city developers can follow and like collect data about the district, and 4 main discussion topics for each district. So actually this is our universe, our Map to Utopia universe, and like 40 different lives, 40 different profiles. We just want to create a discussion ground for them to come together and just like moderate them a bit and support them with the theater performance. But in the end of the day, let them be heard, create a voice, and have an exchange with the others. Yes. Actually, Map to Utopia can be considered maybe as before and after Corona, like because we had to adapt the project, the idea into this corona restrictions many times in different forms. But at some point we wanted to actually give opportunity to our audience that they can be in the theater, in the room, but also allow them to join us digitally without really have to physically there. So with these considerations, it was also giving this digital option, letting all world to be participate with us at the same time. Annika, as a stage designer, did a great job with the stage, like having this opportunity to have participants, the audience in Zoom and also in the theater room. Would you like to explain us a little bit how that idea evolved and came to that stage?
Yes, I will do this. It was a bit like with these different phases that we really wanted to go for a premiere in the theater in Bonn, and then to have another show and form also to have it really in a room and combined with the Zoom people also in Istanbul. But so Bonn premiere was first, and so we had to check out that what was working in our testing in Zoom with the people in the districts, the neighbors, they should be able to talk to each other and to discuss. So we created next to the neighbors also this other group of city developers. So they had a bit another role, what they gave us the opportunity for them also that they could use the space differently, so the theater space. And we were then thinking, okay, how do we really, they should be able to follow, but they should be also able to interact with the people in Zoom. And one of the most difficult things was also, we have 4 districts in one room, so 4 actors speaking at the same time. So that's a bit a task about, okay, shouldn't get a mess. Everybody should like really be able to listen and to concentrate on just one thing. So the whole setting was also technically quite difficult because we had the actors in 4 soundproof boxes. And the audience of each district in the theater, they were having like silent disco headphones only with the channel of their district. So they were like sound-wise, they were really connected to their actor or actress, and so that they could really follow their story. And in the moments where there was something really happening in the room, they could just take down the headphones and then also have this like normal common theater experience. And I think also then another special thing was because they needed also to see what is going on in Zoom. So there was like a cube with screens up in the theater where we projected the different districts. So they could always like listen and see what people were talking. And because we also wanted them to interact with these people in Zoom, we had then again like one technical, like one computer spot where people, like one person could go and sit down and then speak to the people in Zoom. So yeah, it was quite a challenge technically.
Ungleiche Verhältnisse werden durch die Macht der Technologie verstärkt.
Aber die Technik macht es auch einfacher als je zuvor, sich dieser Ungleichheit zu widersetzen. Die Frage ist, welche Zukunft wird sich durchsetzen?
Wir sind hier, um über die Stadt der Zukunft nachzudenken. Wer wird die Stadt der Zukunft bauen? Wer wird entscheiden, wie sie gebaut werden soll?
Hallo allerseits, herzlich willkommen in meinem Bezirk. Bevor wir in unsere Geschichten eintauchen, lasst uns durch die langen, breiten Straßen des Bezirks laufen. In diesem Viertel, das im 19. Jahrhundert gebaut wurde, sind die Spuren der Vergangenheit noch immer zu spüren.
Okay. And Yeah, this year's concept of the festival is hyper hybrid, and I think Map to Utopia is quite a suitable project for this theme, because we're merging different disciplines together in many different forms, and also we are merging game and theater, this hybridness. What do you think about this in this form, like from the performer perspective? Was it also, do you feel like your role, was it also a hybrid form for you, and in what senses?
Of course, there are, as you said, there are from the beginning, they are inside the project, they are this hybridness. I mean, we are using the Zoom platform to meet people and to be possible the display, actually Map to Utopia, this game, and this project. And we are also using an application. I mean, we are, the participants are using the application, so the mobile phone, and who gave them many informations about their avatars and about the situation. And also, I am, as a performer, in this very specific situation, in this very specific performance, I am there also as at the same time as an actor, because there are some parts that I have to act, and I have to act this part, and also there are some parts that I have to guide, and I have to moderate and also operate the situation. It looks very like to our lives right now, actually, what we did. I mean, because we are all, in something, discussing something with someone, and at the same time looking our mobile phone to see another thing, and then to check something on our mobile phone, and to share this information with the people that we are discussing on Zoom, and at the same time there is a phone call that we are doing, and then we are looking all together, for example, on a web page, and then we are discussing about this web page. I mean, in this post-pandemic lives, we are all doing this, and in this, we are all more and more hybrid, actually, and it was a like a micro example of our new world, Map to Utopia, actually. A little bit maybe I mean, dystopic, but our goal was to talk about something utopic. So it was also very conflicting situation for us. So we were in a kind of dystopic situation, but we were talking about an utopic world. So that's why it was beautiful also to be in the middle of this two thing, and so at that point, and in that sense also it was very hybrid. So from a dystopic situation, try to create a utopic ideal world. So that I can say that it was I mean, completely hybrid situation in every sense of the word.
From the space perspective, what you said is also very correct. Like, we're in our private space, but in the performance, it is also a shared public space, which is also a virtual space. Like, all this space is also now in between each other, and what is which one is what. Also, these borders are getting a bit fuzzy, and that also creates, I guess, a bit the hybridness in a different sense. Yeah, for us it was an interesting consideration from the beginning as well. Like now, how we interpret this space, how we recreate this space, what is public, what is digital, what is private.
Yes, what is virtual?
Exactly.
And yes, yeah. I mean, and I think also this this many different forms of many different mediums of communication, as Zoom, as mobile phone, as different applications. They are doing something extraordinary, but at the same time they are highlighting the impossibility of closeness. And it was at that sense it's a little bit sad situation, but in this sad situation I think with Map to Utopia, what we were discussing about gave me some hope, actually, and this this hybridness also gives me also some fresh air. I can say, I will not say yes, but we did this, but it's not like to be on stage. I will not say that. It's a different experience, and in this experience, I think the hybridness and the switching between the different spaces, the different dimensions, different ways of communication. Gave me more, yes, I can say more fresh air than something sad. I didn't feel sad. I didn't feel desperate about that. And contrary, I feel I feel some kind of hope. It can be maybe naive, but I feel some because we created all this world also. All this dimension and all this ways of communication and all this different types of space at the same time. So we should find, and Map to Utopia was a good experience for that. We should find a way to deal with all these differences, different spaces, different realities, different all these differences. So I think for me, to me, it was a hopeful experience, actually.
We shortly talked with Okan on this hybridness of the project, from his perspective, what it meant as an actor for him, in which forms it was hybrid for him. I would like to also talk with you in which forms it was hybrid for you as a theater creator, and what it meant for you. Was it enriching the theater experience for you?
Yes, so for sure it was enriching the theater, actually this, in all the different versions, I think it was a very special experience for people, but for me it was also always staying theater. And I think this was also, we were always searching for, also when we were in the complete digital version, we were searching for that there are theater moments, and that actors are having monologues, and that they really guide you into a world. And in the hybrid version, where we had the theater room and and Zoom as our web
performance
space, yes, something like this. There it was the same. Like it was like, and we created to create theater atmosphere with. There we had the people that were watching in Zoom, they could see that there are also people in the theater rooms, because like also the computers where people could go and talk to them, they could have a look in the room. So it was there on a lot of levels, but actually this was somehow the whole project. It had also for me as a designer, it had like a lot of levels, because when you are, it's still the question, what are the actors wearing? But it's, and then there is the layer of how the room is looking. Then it's about how is it technically all connected. Then there are the layers about how we create atmosphere. So we see our backgrounds here. We decided, like, even if it's not working on each computer, but if there are some backgrounds, it gives an atmosphere. And it's about, and I think this we somehow managed in the project, that it stays theater, and it is somehow, it's guiding the people into this game, because that's also something what I'm just coming up in my head now. Theater audience is often also, they are used to sit in their chairs and to stay back, and also sometimes for me as theater audience, I'm like, oh no, don't start to talk to me. So I think this is an interesting thing about it, that we somehow managed to slowly get the people also into the mood that they really got engaged, and that they were actively taking part. And I think this was also possible through all these layers. And
so what is for us now, after Amaze, what is going to be the next phases for Map to Utopia? We have some plans. Would you like to share with some of them?
Yeah, actually, like Femi is now sitting in Istanbul, but she still was here in Bonn like 1 week ago. So, and yeah, we are starting now on thinking about it together. Like, what is the next step? And we are thinking about somehow something, we don't know exactly. It will be based for what will be the system, but to have somehow a possibility that this Map to Utopia community that there is somehow a game what can be played in a different time frame. I would explain it maybe like this.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to add something.
In the shortest form, I guess we are keeping our Map to Utopia universe, but looking for recreating it in different forms now. I guess that wouldn't be
I think
wrong.
More is hard to say at the moment, because there are many thoughts in our heads.
Yeah.
And we don't also, I think it's too early to tell a lot more. Yeah.
But people can follow us and like keep track what is our work, which stage we are on the Fringe Ensemble webpage and on the Instagram pages. Would you like to share them?
Fringe Ensemble, for example, you can find when you type in www.fringe-ensemble.de, and also if you type it in like Fringe Ensemble Bonn, you will find it. And Platform Teatro, I think it's also, maybe you can shortly explain where to find.
Platform Teatro, quite active on Instagram, is Platform Teatro. You can find. You can also go into map2utopia.com to get a bit more detailed information about the project.
Yeah, so I have one last thing then, because now it's the end, we will say bye now, but as a last thing, like for us, it's really, I think, very special to be here in the Amaze Festival. It was somehow a strange coincidence also that we ended up here. Maybe Femi wants to say a bit about it.
Yeah, I knew Amaze, of course. It is a well-known festival for games, but I didn't think Map to Utopia is a project for Amaze. But with this year's concept, hyper hybrid, I think it's a perfect match. And I don't know, maybe it's a yeah, like you said, coincidence moment for us. But it is, I think it is a win-win for the Amaze community and also for us. Introducing the different forms of playful media. I hope like after this, there will be more examples like Map to Utopia in the Amaze as well. And already in the field, I think we are seeing more and more this type of interdisciplinary entertainment forms. And I don't think this will be the first and the last. It is exciting, and we are also learning a lot, seeing other great games, all the nominees and all the workshops. We are looking forward to meet a lot of people and make friends, make collaborations for future. It is quite exciting.
Yeah, for me, I can say before I was asked like should we apply for Amaze, I didn't know what it was, so to be honest, but that's how it is. And then I was thinking like, well, with the description, yes, it fits, so yes, we should go for it. And I'm very happy because I think it's just a great opportunity about also yeah, really like somehow merging this different fields and just be open and to get in contact and to see what's coming out of it. Yeah, so thanks a lot for inviting us. And then I would say
bye for now, but
we wait till Friday and we see who's getting the award. So also for all the other projects, good luck to everybody. We will see what is happening.
Hope to be back again next years with new projects. Thanks again for having us. Bye everyone.
Bye.